Hello and welcome at Model Kit Beginner. Hope you guys doing all well. And I'm not doing this a second time because I put a new operating system on my computer and the mic settings were totally off and everything was clipping. This did not happen at all. Anyway, today we're gonna have a look again at the 73 Dodge Challenger, which you see right over here from the fine folks over at ARII or AR2, not sure. And interesting kit, and we will see all about it in the history section just right now. Here it is, and will be I like these 70s kits, so it will be lots of fun. You'll also possibly see there on the left hand side there's a Grumpy's Bazaar logo. This is not sponsored by Grumpy's Bazaar in any way, shape or form. I just like the outlet, I like the guy who runs it, and I will certainly put his link in the description, so if you want to look what he has to offer, not only for South Africans, if you arrange it with him, he certainly can also ship somewhere else. Anyway, therefore for that I would suggest we have a quick look at the history of this particular kit. Let's go. And here we are with the 73 Dodge Challenger, and here we can see that it has been released in 2002 with a new box, not new parts, as we will see in a minute. Here you can see the history. First came out in 1974 from the fine folks over at ARII. ARII then issued, this is what it looks like when it came out. I always like to look at the old box art. So this is the ARII box art, but they certainly evolved. The latest ARII model before ARII closed its doors was this rock machine in Hawaii. Doesn't that look beautiful? What a piece of box art. I love it, love it, love it. Anyway, so the kit originally from 1974, a 2002 repop. Let's go down to the bench and have a look what's in the box. See you there. So here we are with the Dodge Challenger of the Owners Club series from the fine folks over at ARII or AR2. The box is pretty plain. World famous historic car from the Owners Club edition. It is in 1/24, and that's about it. That's all you see on the sides, and absolutely nothing on the back. Here you see some other models they did. Don't see the Mercedes here, that came out later. So we see a Porsche and a Celica Skyline and a Dodge Challenger, which is the one we have a look at right now. So let's open this box and see what we have in here. We have in here black plastic. Yes, you can see I'm not opening bags today, which is kind of a bonus because I'm doing this the second time. Anyway, we have black plastic right over here. And our seats falling out. We'll have a go at that in a minute. We have chrome, we have tires. We have a beautiful body, which is the reason I bought this thing. We have more white plastic, no, just one sprue of white plastic, more chrome, that certainly we do have. We also have a bit of transparent parts, we have decals, and obviously we have oh, there's a bonnet as well, and we have an instruction sheet. Now let's get that out to start with. Here we go. Right, Dodge Challenger Owners Club, and here you can see what that looks like. So they start with the rear suspension, tires, etc. Oh, that actually might be the front suspension. Anyway, they start with a suspension, rear and front, and then right over here they go over to the engine, which could be a 315 or a 340, depending what bore you had. These were the two engines in 1973 where it came out. This model actually was around more or less in the way same shape or form. Keep everything down with my elbow. Shape or form from 1970 to 1974, and they had two engines, the 315 and the 340. starting to detune the 315 at 150 horsepower. I think the 340 has 240 horsepower. Speak under correction. And yeah, so it was considered a pony car. Yeah, so right, a big one, I might add you. So yeah, that's quite nice. So you see the interior here being assembled here. You see, it's not a very big instruction sheet, all very simple. It has inner and outer door panels, as we have just seen, and the doors you can open as you can with the bonnet right over here. So that's quite interesting. I went over to that too quickly. Right over here you see how the doors can be assembled with that hinge on there, and then you have open and close doors. And obviously it also has a battery flap, because the 73 Challenger always had battery flaps. That's how they came out of from the factory. Right, then I'm kidding. Let's have a look at the transparent parts. They actually were in the same box as the chrome parts, which means they do not look great. As you can see, quite a bit of scratches and dings, so they need a bit of polishing up before I have a go at them. So when you see that kit and you buy it, be aware that the transparent parts and the chrome parts are all in one bag, which is not great. Now, not all these chrome parts were extra. I'll come to that in a minute. Right, here we have the chrome tree. Maybe we should get a bit closer. What do you think? Let's do that. Here we go. There we go. Right, you see the bumpers. The attachment points of the bumpers obviously cry out again to hopefully be able to touch up. Otherwise you will have to just strip it. Here we have Dodge Challenger right over here, which is printed in, which is a good thing, because if you look at the decal sheet, that certainly doesn't get you anywhere. I'll show that to you in a minute. We have a chrome air cooler, a chrome oil pan, really. We have intakes right over here. We have valve covers, all in chrome, so you obviously can chrome and dechrome as you like. These probably are the exhaust tips right over here. I would assume the exhausts are molded in here. And a couple of trim pieces, mirrors and lights, and a rear mirror right over here. And this looks like the handles, which will be right over there. Doesn't look too bad. As I say, the attachment points are always the bummer. Right over here we have the wheels, which are on the box art, which are the ones which you probably would like to use or not. It's up to you. But they are beautiful, very nice, bit shiny, so you probably want to take a little bit of the shine off to make them a little bit more realistic, but otherwise pretty, very pretty indeed. Tires. Oh no, let's talk about that decal sheet I was talking about. Here we go. That's it. That's the decal sheet. A couple of Goodyear, Agip, Bilstein, Gum Out, and Dodge. And that's it. No instrument panel decals, no registration plate decals, certainly no stripes in any form or shape. So this is the decal shape that comes with it. Not extensive, just to put it mildly. Tires. We have two different sizes. We have the front tires and the back tires. Very nice to see. The front tire is branded Goodyear right over here, and very nicely and prominently branded as well. The tread looks quite awesome. It has a seam in the middle which needs some cleaning up. Rear tires also have a seam, and they're also branded only on one side, and in this particular case you really have to put your glasses on to see that they are branded Michelin right over here. So it has Michelin rear tires and Goodyear front tires. We have 8 pulley caps. Not quite sure why we have 8, but there we are. And we have a steel axle, and we have 2 steel pins for the front wheels. Here we go. Let's put those back into the baggie. And then we start with the plastic, shall we? We have a little sprue of white plastic right over here, which has the doors. I think this is where the bonnet was, and these parts, which I think are part of the hinge mechanism, because the doors, obviously, as you can see, might possibly be open. How good and how exact that is remains to be seen. We'll need to check it out. Right. Then we have black plastic. Not one, not two, two sprues of black plastic. Let's have a look. We have the first one here, of which the front seats have already gone off. You see, front seats and the console are in one piece, which is interesting. But mostly the interior of these cars was mostly a black hole, wasn't it? So if you do anything else, you obviously can detail it differently, but mostly these Mopars were black on black. Maybe a little bit of a trim, and see the door inners when we have a look at those. Seats have a bit of structure to them, though that's nice. We have the instrument panel, dashboard, two parts, so you can paint them in different colors if you want to. Also, they were black in those days. And some other parts of front suspension. We have the radiator and the bonnet hinges. Huge bonnet hinges. Right. We have another black one. Here we have the door inners, and yes, you can maybe pick out the trim a little bit with a bit of silver or chrome. Then we have engine parts. That all looks very basic. We have a belt assembly. Rear suspension is all in one, together with the differential, and obviously, as we have said, the special 1973 battery door only came with the 73. You obviously also know this. And then we get to the body that comes with the bottom part in here, right over here. Bottom actually has some texture to it. The exhausts, unfortunately, are molded in. I only have to live with that, I'm afraid. And that's about it. That's all there is to it. Not bad. Not brilliant, obviously. It is what it is. It is a battery car, basically. And then we have the body together with the bonnet or hood, which fits very well. One might say maybe a little bit too well, especially when you put 2K on it. You might have a problem fitting it in. So yeah, just pre-fit everything, I would suggest. Body needs some tender loving care, quite a bit actually. Needs a bit of cleaning up. The roof already has the structure of that black vinyl top, so you can obviously then just spray paint it black and you have a vinyl top, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, the other thing, it's not entirely straight. It lifts up 2 millimeters here on that corner. Bottom is relatively straight, so you probably can, you know, put it on the bottom, glued to the bottom, and then it should be straight. Or you can just put it in warm water and try to adjust it that way. So yeah, be aware of that. Chances are that the body is not 100% straight, which is obviously not what one wants with a kit from 1974. This is obviously always in the realm of possibilities. And that's what's in the box of the 73 Dodge Challenger. Let's go back up and I'll give you my final thoughts. And here we are, back upstairs, and we had a good time. What you see over here? What you see over here? This is actually my rather sophisticated bench camera. Let's put that in, out of the way. Here we go. We had lots of fun. There's the 73 Dodge Challenger. If you're looking for a crisp kit which folds together, not the kit for you. Not the kit for you. As you can see, there's quite a bit of work to be done, cleanup work to be done. The body certainly needs some very, very good attention. Given the fact that it's not straight, I don't have much hope for the fitment of the opening doors, so that will be interesting to see. But yeah, so that's where we are with that. So we might, yeah, when I build it, I mean, I don't need the doors to open. That's not what I build it for. I don't build it for cars to boom, boom, and open and close the doors. I just about left that stage. So I'm probably going to glue them in, going to be honest with you. But the bonnet I would like to open, as I always do. And you hear there's now noise in the background because it just started raining. And my little hut makes quite a noise when it starts raining. So I'm not going to keep you any longer. Bit of cleanup to do. Fitment could be an issue, so always pre-fit and make sure that everything fits. But it is a 73 Dodge Challenger. Boy, oh boy, not quite sure where you find another one. So if you find it and you like this era of cars, get it. Anyway, thanks very much for popping in, guys. As I said, pop in by Grumpy's Bazaar. I put the link in the description. Put the link of my Facebook place in the description. Give us a like and subscribe. And greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.